Two-time loser, The Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage. Featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on The Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famers, Mike Van Diest, joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on The Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
The Jason Walker Show, presented by Helena Accommodations. The In-Town 5-Star Extended Stay Residences. Visit HelenaAccommodations.com. Broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave, here's Jason Walker.
Yo, happy Thursday. Welcome inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Jason Walker Show, presented by Helena Accommodations. The In-Town 5-Star Extended Stay Residences. Visit HelenaAccommodations.com. We got a huge final 2 days this week. 6 guests in the next 2 hours. So between today and tomorrow. It's busy. It's packed. And that's not even talking about all the high school stuff going on, which is nuts. Today, just today alone, Brandon Day, Helena High boys coach, will get us set for crosstown boys action in Helena tomorrow night. Also, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, Brad Sehos, the Harlem Wildcat record setter, will join us. And a little bit later on here in about 15 minutes, Robin Selvig, the former Lady Grizz coach, 865 wins. The documentary, The House That Rob Built, will debut tonight at the Wilma in Helena. They added a third showing because the first 2 sold out so quick at the Big Sky Documentary Film Fest. But Robin Selvig will join us here coming up in just a few moments. And then tomorrow, Bobcat women's coach Tricia Binford will join us. Capital girls coach Katie Garson-Forba will join us. And a future MSU Hall of Famer, he'll be inducted into the Hall of Fame tomorrow night. Capital High star, MSU star Bobby Daly will join us tomorrow here on the Jason Walker Show as well. You can watch on Facebook anytime. You can watch on YouTube live, Facebook Live. You can watch or listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com. For everything, if you missed, JasonWalkerShow.com. Go there. You can watch anything from the past. We'll keep you updated on what's coming up as well. But yeah, we got a big show today, so I think we should just get to it. What do you think? So last Saturday night, it was senior night in Harlem, and the Montana State all-class scoring record for a single game. Previously held on the men's side, or the boys' side, by 2 guys, Shane Lorash and Wally Doney, of Reed Point and Pine Hills, respectively. Each scored 65 back in 1988. Kayla Lambert had 66 to lead everybody, both men and women. But then Harlem senior Brad Sehos, his final regular season game in a Wildcat uniform. And all he did was go for 68. He had 44 at halftime. And after practice last night, we got a chance to catch up with Brad Sehos, and he joins us now here on the Jason Walker Show. Okay, Brad, first off, congratulations, and take me through the moment the other night when you putting up 68 points.
All right, thank you, but it was just, we came out with the game plan to, it was our last game. There's 3 of us seniors, and it was our night, so we came out with the game plan, just give us the ball and, have fun, leave it all out on the floor.
Did you have a sense in warm-ups that something special was about to happen? I mean, and I talked to Sam Leap at Manhattan Christian a couple weeks ago when he hit 14 three-pointers, but did you miss all your shots in warm-ups, or were you feeling confident in warm-ups?
No, I was feeling really confident in warm-ups. Like, I was getting zoned in, my shots were hitting, and I was like, yeah, let's just have fun tonight, as I was telling myself.
That's awesome. 12 three-pointers. So you came up a little bit shy of Sam's record that he just set a few weeks ago. But are you bummed about that?
Kind of. Yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been nice to get that too.
Sure.
Because a couple of those shots went in and out. Like they just went in and out. So that would have been nice.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. As we're running some of the highlights we got from Tom Wiley, courtesy of Harlem School. But Brad Seho is joining us here on the Jason Walker Show. Brad, I got to know, like you said, senior night and everything. What were your emotions like that night? Because, you know, senior night is usually beforehand, and then you go out and put up 68 points.
Yeah. So my emotions that night, let's see. It's pretty self-explanatory. At senior night, it was my last game in that gym. So I wanted to go out with a bang, and I guess once I started hitting those first couple shots, I was like, let's just keep doing this.
And you did, and obviously your teammates knew that you were feeling it because they kept getting you the ball.
Yep. I gave all the credit to my team after that. They just kept hooking me up. There's even a few times when they had wide open layups and then they turned around and passed me at 3. I was like, what? And I just shoot it.
Well, they definitely took care of you. I was reading in this story that, you know, one of the seniors got him his first varsity points. Is that true?
Yeah. Jacques Small, he played JV all year, but he got his first varsity points at 9 too. It was pretty awesome.
That is cool. Brad Seho is joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And, you know, 44 points at halftime, 66 at the end of 3. Did they know where the record was? I know that some people said they started looking it up at halftime, but did they know what the record was, and so you could go out and get the rest of it?
I didn't know anything about it, but I guess at halftime our athletic director went and looked it up, and like she knew, but I had no idea. I did not know it was in sight.
Did she tell Coach, and then and Coach Lavaldo's like, hey, we got to get him the ball?
Yeah, I don't know if he even knew or not, but I remember coming out at the end of the third, and that's when the announcer announced it.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
The all-class state record, and this is something that had been held since like 1988. So this is this goes back to way before you were born, and now you got the record. I know it's obviously it's special. You get the record. It's super cool. Now you guys have to shift gears because regular season is done. You got the 2B starting up tomorrow in Malta, and it's going to be a tough tournament. You guys are ranked number 7 in the Class B polls, but how you feeling as a team as you guys head in?
We're excited. We're ready. We're hungry. We're really hungry.
What do you guys think is the biggest competition?
Biggest competition? I don't know. We can't take anybody lightly. Like, we can't overlook anybody right now. We're just focused on one game at a time.
That's a great answer. Brad Seho is joining us here, Jason Walker Show. A couple final questions for you. You're athletic. First off, you're left-handed, which just looks weird in the highlights. Lefties are weird anyway, right?
Yeah.
You're always in your right brain. That's what people say. Yeah. But you're the state cross-country champ too.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
So you're athletic. What else are you good at?
I don't know.
Pretty much everything, right?
Just running and ball, I guess.
Running and ball. I like that. Brad, that's a great answer. Real quick, what's your plans after high school, my man?
I want to play basketball, and our athletic director and coach is really helping me out for that.
That's awesome. Any idea where you want to go?
I don't know yet. I'm just gonna weigh out options. No idea yet.
That's very cool. It's super awesome. And 68 points, man. That's a record that might not be touched for a while. You know, Kayla Lambert used to have the old record for both male and female. You went past her. Have you heard from her at all?
No, I haven't heard from her.
Okay. Would you like to?
I would like to, yeah. It was crazy, too, because the night before, senior night, we were talking about that. Like, my dad's girlfriend was talking about that. So my stepmom.
Oh, that's awesome. And then you go out and break a record. So, very cool.
Yeah, and I had no idea that was going to happen.
So you guys going to win state? Can we mark it right now?
Yes.
You're going to win state. All right.
You can mark that. You can mark that right now.
Hey, Class B and Class C are my two favorite divisions. The Class B tournament, state tournament, is wild, and it's so much fun. Obviously, I mean, it's just, I don't know how I just love Class B and Class C. It's awesome. I mean, you obviously agree with this because you play in Class B.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, favorite gym to play in?
Favorite gym to play in? Well, besides my home gym, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a rec center here.
Oh, okay.
Where I grew up playing ball. So
Nice.
Yep. Called Red Whip.
What's the worst gym to go visit?
The worst gym to play in? Let's see. Rocky Boy.
Ooh, nice. I used to live in Box Elder, so yeah, I know that.
Because when we played Rocky Boy this year, their fan was so loud. Their fan base was so loud, like it was roaring.
Makes it fun though, right?
Yeah, it makes it fun, but it's intimidating.
Okay, what music do you listen to get you pumped up for a game?
Oh, what I like to do is I like to, like, way before the game when JV games are going on, girls game is just kind of listen to mellow music, and then once it gets closer to game time, we start listening to really pump up music.
Gotcha.
Uppity. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, man, I appreciate it. I wish you the best of luck at districts up at Malta this week. And congratulations, man. 68 points, 12 threes. That's pretty cool. And now you can spread the wealth with your teammates, right?
Yep.
Well, enjoy Malta, and congratulations again, and good luck at districts, my man.
Alrighty. Thank you very much.
That is Brad Sehos, fun kid to talk with. 68 points last week in a game. 68 points. Man, that's a ton. And I'm seeing some Facebook comments. Is he that good of a golfer too? Yeah. So, man, good kid. Fun interview. Thanks to Larry Schwenke for helping to set that up. All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna keep talking basketball because Lady Grizz, the former Lady Grizz coach, Robin Selvig, will join us. You got the house that Ruth built, house that Robin built, debuting tonight at the Big Sky Film Fest, and we'll talk with. He made it to. His mom is messaging you now. He made it to nationals in bull riding. Why didn't nobody tell me this? I got to get Brad Sehos back on the line sometime soon. This is. We're gonna have to talk about Brad and all of the great things he's great at. All right. So we'll get to more on Brad here later on, I guess, because he keeps athletic kid. Great golfer, bull rider. Good Lord, this kid's awesome. And he can shoot the basketball, too. All right, we'll take a break. Robin Selvig coming up next here. Jason Walker Show, presented by Helena Accommodations.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com. Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show, Major Mortgage Man Cave. Brandon Day, Helena High boys coach, will join us coming up. Got on this day in history and a whole lot more still to come as well. But I don't want to keep our next guest waiting because he took a time out of his daily or busy schedule because he's got a movie about him debuting tonight. And we're going to talk about that right now as the former Lady Grizz head basketball coach Robin Selvig joins us here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing well, Jason. Thank you.
I appreciate you joining us. I talked to you, I guess it was in September, October. You were over here in Helena talking to the Carroll men's basketball team, and what a great speech you gave. It was fun to listen to. I got to tell you that. I didn't realize you were such good friends with like John Lagerquist and all those guys and the Petersons.
Well, Eastern Montana boys, we grew up in the same area. We're pretty thick.
Yeah, definitely. This movie, documentary, it's I got a chance to watch the whole thing. It is one of the best things I have seen. It's an hour long, but I wanted more. Are you pleased with the finished product?
Well, yeah, I am. I mean, Megan Harrington, who's the co-director and a former player of mine, has done a heck of a job putting this thing together and telling a story of the growth of women's sports and a number of other things, and it's pretty neat.
It was, to me, amazing with how many former players they got to interview, and the stories that they told were just amazing to me. When you watched it, did you get any like flashbacks of, oh yeah, I remember when that happened?
Yeah, I had a lot of that because it goes back a long ways, and I'm going, oh yeah, I remember that now. And but I remember all of them, of course, and they had a nice retirement party for me, and a bunch of them showed up, and I could have told a story about each one, and they all told stories about me.
Yeah, most of them were fun ones. It was, and I talked to Megan Harrington about the documentary a couple of weeks ago, and she said, I asked her, I said, give me something that Coach used to say to you, and that we can air, because it was only in the game times, and she's like, he used to say like, you're the reason you were losing this game, or you're gonna, things like that. But then afterwards, you were their best friend.
Yeah, and I don't remember saying anything like that. Mostly was pleading for him to play defense, I think, if I remember right.
Definitely.
But, no, game time was a little different for me than every other time. It just was a lot of intensity and fortunately, I had a lot of very intense players, and it all worked out.
Definitely did. 865 wins, and you and I have chatted over the course of the last few years, occasionally, and even when you were still coaching. But when you go back to those early days of Lady Grizz basketball and some of the clips that they show in the house that Rob built, I mean, there's nobody in the stands, and then it just progressively built and built and built, and I mean, it was a place that nobody wanted to come play at Dahlberg Arena.
Yeah, it grew steadily. I had the good fortune of getting some very good players, and we had some success, and people started, because it was a time when women's basketball was just getting started, and fans weren't really interested, and it was just getting them in the seats once and to see how talented the ladies were getting and how they became, and it grew on itself, and the program took off.
Robin Selvig, the former Lady Grizz basketball coach, joining us here, Jason Walker Show. You go back to those early days, and what stood out to you about those first couple of seasons with Montana?
Well, I liked my players. We were competitive. They were great. They were competitive young ladies. They wanted to be good. They wanted to be coached. They wanted the opportunity to play, which it was just when ladies were getting an opportunity. There was no opportunity a few years prior to that, and so I guess I really felt like I had young athletes that were just so eager to learn, and they didn't question what I told them. They just wanted to get better, and it was a fun time to be coaching, and each year they just kept getting better and better. Girls started playing at a younger age, and it's progressed for 40 years.
And what amazes many people, Coach, is that you were able to do it mainly with Montana girls, and you had to supplement from the surrounding states, but you had for years a direct pipeline. It felt like from Malta or the eastern side of Montana. You always got the best players in the state.
Well, Montana high school women's basketball was very good to us. I think it was, and that's what I was able to capitalize on. I think high school coaching at that time was good for the women. A lot of coaches were doing both when it first got going. A lot of very good coaches, and so Montana produced a lot of really good players for us. And I would recruit someone from anywhere, but I never wanted to miss on a Montana kid that was good enough, and fortunately for me, there was lots of them good enough.
Yeah, there definitely has been. One thing that always struck me too, Coach, is you wouldn't necessarily get maybe the best player in the state of Montana, but you would recruit to what you needed, and then make them understand that they had a role to fill, and they filled those roles nicely for 38 years.
Yeah, I mean that's part of being a team. Is everybody does what they do best, and we did. I mean, we had lots of really good players, and they played well together. I think they enjoyed each other, and we varied our style of play depending on what kind of player we got. We weren't a program that could say, well, we're just going to go with quickness and be a pressing team. We went out and got the best basketball players we could get. They might not have been the quickest and the fastest, but they might be great passers. They might be great shooters, and they played well together.
Former Lady Grizz basketball coach Robin Selvig joining us here. Jason Walker Show. Got the debut of the house that Rob built tonight at the Wilma, and 3 showings. I think they're all 3 sold out at the Big Sky Film Fest over there. But Coach, when you look at the history of Lady Grizz basketball, and you forget some of the early seasons in the 80s when you had NCAA tournament games there, and then in the 90s, of course, too. But getting NCAA tournament games to come to Dahlberg really put women's basketball in this area of the country on the map.
Well, I think you're right, and that's the early days. In fact, my first few years, we were in the AIAW, and right. NCAA started sponsoring the tournament, I don't know, 3 or 4 years into it, but our fans deserve a lot of credit because early on, they looked at crowd size a little bit as to whether you got to play at home or not, and we were starting to draw. As a result, we got some home games, which obviously helps you.
Yep.
And now in the last 20 years, you're basically a low seed, and you're playing on the road at a real good place. So the opportunities were better to garner some wins, and of course, being able to host an NCAA game, that created more excitement for the next season because more fans came out, and it didn't take them long to figure out, whoa, these ladies can play.
One of my favorite lines in the movie was when you said, your coach, Judd Heathcote, said you play like a girl, and you didn't realize at the time, but it was a great compliment.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. Judd said lots of things. It may have been an assistant that said that. Judd told me he didn't remember saying that. But anyway, that was something said, and I don't know, I looked back and said, well, after all these ladies I've coached, that's a pretty good compliment.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. Is there a player that stands out to you? I know you're not going to tell me your favorite all-time Lady Grizz player, but is there a player that stood out to you over all the years that people may have forgotten about?
Oh, no, I never have and won't. It was very important to me that everybody on the team felt important and had a role because they did, and it was an important role. So, I let others single out who was the greatest or who's in the greatest. I mean, they were all great to me.
Yeah, they definitely were. Obviously,
showed it to some people to get some ideas, or however it works when you're doing a documentary film. I've learned a lot about the film business, and it's all been positive, of course, but not very many people have seen it. Just the people involved in making it and the people they ran it by here. They ran it by people at the university and so on, and they were excited about it.
It's definitely, and I talked to Megan about this too. They spent a lot of time talking about the girls that came off, the reservations and the success that they had with the Lady Grizz. And you were one of the first to see this, take away everything else. They could just play great basketball, and they were very great girls off the court as well.
Oh, I was blessed to have, we recruited some Native American girls. We had quite a few Native American girls, and they were great. They really added to my experience here. I felt an obligation to give them, if they were good enough, an opportunity, and they took advantage of that opportunity. So I'm very proud, and the movie covers our Native American background and success we had with Native American girls and their success. So that's something I'm very proud of.
Yeah, definitely. Robin Selvig joining us here, the former coach of the Lady Grizz. A couple of final questions for you, Coach, here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. But the goofiest thing about the whole documentary that I saw was you look at the change in uniforms over the years, and it's significant.
It really is. Yeah, I don't think our first set of uniforms cost very much, for one thing. But no, the styles changed over the years for sure. You went through the years with shorts, and then there was the big baggy shorts, and of course, I coached for a lot of years, so that's part of the fun of this film. I think is following the growth of women's sports in so many ways.
Title IX obviously played such a big factor for women's basketball, women's athletics in general. Do you think Lady Grizz basketball would have been as successful, or women's basketball in general, without the passing of Title IX, and then of course people like you and Pat Summitt? Would it have been where it is now?
No, I don't think it would have been. I mean, that was the big impetus to creating, giving some opportunity, which is really silly to me. I mean, if you've got a son or a daughter, wouldn't you want to have the same opportunity?
Right.
So it didn't make much sense. But that was a big impetus, not only here, but all across the country, to give young ladies and little girls the same things to dream about as their brothers had.
You enjoying retirement?
I am. First year was tougher. Now it's good. I don't. It's Bobcat week, and I'm not sweating to death every day. It's good.
It's been a last couple of seasons. Coach Binford, who spoke very highly of you in the movie, by the way.
She was very nice.
She's fantastic. She's had the upper hand as of late. What's it going to take this weekend for Coach Schwain and the girls to turn it around?
Well, they're capable. I mean, anytime you lose in overtime the first time, I think the Big Sky or the Bobcats have definitely been the best team up till now. They have a very good team, and but it's not like somebody's been running away with every game. The ladies have lost a couple close ones, and they're capable. They've got good kids. Just believe me, it's don't bet on that game one way or the other. Most years I've learned.
Yeah, for sure. I got a picture up right now of Coach Swain talking to Mackenzie Johnston. Two fantastic Lady Grizz right there.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Shannon making All-American at a school our size was quite an accomplishment for our team, and Mackenzie's been great. I mean, I have loved watching her. She's still one of the kids that I actually recruited here. I think as of next year, I'll be done. There won't be anybody I recruited. Well, there's still another class. I didn't coach them, but I recruited them. And Mackenzie's she is a complete player, and she's had a heck of a career.
Did you think, Coach, obviously you knew she was a good player, but did you think she was going to be as good as she has been?
Well, you never know those things for sure. With everybody you recruit, you recruit them because you think they're good, but I'd be lying to say all the kids that we had end up being all conference and all this or that I knew they were going to be that good. No, it just they all of them were hard workers. Mackenzie's a tremendously hard worker, and she's probably ended up better than I thought she'd be.
Coach Selvig joining us here, Jason Walker Show. All right, I got to know, because when I'm looking for pictures to put up here on the video side of the show, they're all of you coaching, and they're all of you, very demonstrative. Do you miss that? Do you miss talking to the officials?
No, I don't miss that I was crazy for 40 minutes in each game. I really don't. And I think they searched pretty hard to find clips like that, actually. But
well, and in the documentary, too, they talk about, was it your mom that was sitting behind you and yelled?
Oh, that was bad when she was behind me. My language sometimes wasn't anything to be proud of, but she let me know.
Moms always have a way of finding out, right?
Yeah, they do.
So you're enjoying retirement. Did you pick up anything else after basketball?
Well, I started golfing again, and I haven't gotten any better. I thought I would. I kind of gave up golf when coaching got so busy in the summers and stuff, but I got a great group of guys I play with, so that's fun, and I'm able to see, but in fact, they made it up from Thousand Oaks, right out of L.A., my son and his wife, and my one granddaughter. She's here to see the movie, and so that's great. I'm able to spend more time. I'm able to get up to Outlook more often, see my folks, and all those things which you always feel like you should have been doing.
Well, we appreciate the time and all the years that you've given us, and the great memories, of course. And like I said, I got a chance to see this film in its entirety, and like I said, I was left wanting more. And despite being a Montana State guy and a Bobcat, it was awesome to watch the way the Lady Grizz really changed the game of basketball in the state of Montana, and being able to get women involved. And you're the reason for that. And like I said, I can say I'm a Bobcat, but you're one of the coaches I've always loved and respected.
Well, I appreciate you saying that.
Coach, enjoy the movie tonight, and enjoy the family being up here. And again, thanks for taking time out, and we'll talk to you down the road.
Thank you.
That is Robin Selvig joining us on the Jason Walker Show. Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline, and Coach is a fantastic. I love talking to Coach Selvig, and like I said, I'm a Bobcat, but I can respect what Coach Selvig did for women's basketball. Not only in the state of Montana, but really across the country. And I don't know when they plan on releasing the film to the public, The House That Rob Built, but you're going to want to watch it. And, you put it on par with, remember the documentary PBS did with from Class C basketball. It's up there with that. It's not, I won't want to say it's a roller coaster ride of emotions. And there's some, emotional moments, but mostly a lot of great stories told about Robin Selvig, and he tells some great stories in there as well. And it's definitely worth watching. So hopefully you get a chance here in the future to watch the House That Rob Built. You can go to thehousethatrobbuilt.com or housethatrobbuiltmovie.com for more information. So I appreciate Coach Selvig joining us. He is a classy guy. Love Love chatting with him. Still going to root for the Bobcats this weekend, though. But anyway, there you go. Speaking of the Bobcats and the women's game, tomorrow we'll talk to Bobcat head coach Tricia Binford. She will join us in the Major Mortgage Man Cave and to get her thoughts on the game. Cat women on a roll this year. I think they've won 9 straight. They've lost once in conference play, and that was in double overtime to Idaho in a game they should have won. So anyway, that's coming up tomorrow. Jason Walker Show is presented by Helen Accommodations, and they've achieved some notable milestones. Just completed their 100th straight 5-star rating from clients. And the Dorme Bene Sleep Well slogan, they believe in it because the extended stay environment has created terrific referral and repeat business. Dorme Bene Sleep Well success causes Helen Accommodations almost always about to be sold out. Now, they've had to turn down prospective clients and even repeat clients to refer to others. So here's the deal. They need to expand, and they want your help. If you're a real estate owner and have terrific properties, such as single-family duplex or even especially fourplex, get a hold of Helen Accommodations to be an affiliate extended stay provider. Give James Yount a call, 422-6702, and have a discussion about the Helena Accommodation business opportunities. Give James a call, 422-6702, and Dorme Bene Sleep Well. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We come back, we'll talk Helena High boys basketball with Brandon Day, and who knows what other else will join us here on the Jason Walker Show, presented by Helen Accommodations. And, we got On This Day in History still to come, the walk-off, a whole lot more still around the corner here on the Jason Walker Show. We'll be right back.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com. Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Ruckers Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Ruckers, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
All of our guests on the Jason Walker Show appear via the Mike Miller State Farm hotline. You know, every team knows that a 2-point play can be a winning move, and that's why State Farm agent Mike Miller and his team are here to help you go for 2. By combining your home and auto, it is a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win, score savings by combining your home and auto. Just another way we're here to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Busy show, man. Already a great conversation with Robin Selvig, former Lady Grizz coach. Very nice words about Mackenzie Johnston, the former Capital standout. Also talked to Brad Seahose earlier, the record-setting Harlem Wildcat, who had 68 points last week in a game, the most ever in the state of Montana. And you think about some of the great shooters and the great players that the state of Montana has seen. Reese Glico could score the bucket. Steve Keller up at Providence. I mean, the Hughes brothers. I mean, it's just amazing. It really is. And then the women's side too. You know, Shannon Kate, now Shannon Schwain, Kayla Lambert. There's been some good ones, and it's been fun. But Brad Seho is setting the record the other night. And he was a great kid to talk to, man. He was a ton of fun. And apparently he's a great golfer, a great bull rider. What, state cross-country champ last year. This kid's pretty athletic. We'll talk to Brandon Day from Helena High coming up here in just a moment. But first, a pubic service announcement. After more than 18 months of research and development, the Manscaped engineering team has confirmed they've successfully created the greatest hair trimmer for down below ever created. The new trimmer just released, and we're the first to confirm the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 manscaping trimmer is now available for purchase. It is the third generation Manscaped trimmer, features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents, and millions of your buddies are about to be nick-free thanks to Manscaped's advanced skin-safe technology. And I'm telling you, this is premium. The battery lasts up to 90 minutes. You can take a longer shave. It's waterproof. Has a brand new LED light which illuminates grooming areas for a closer, more precise trimming. 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology, which is trademarked. Unbelievable. Now, if you're listening to me right now, I want you to go to manscaped.com. Be one of the first to experience this firsthand. Use the code WALKER20 at checkout. You'll get 20% off and free shipping. And make sure you get this. And it's USB charged, rapid charging dock. I mean, come on. Get that junk trimmed, okay? As always, your balls are going to thank you. Get 20% off free shipping. Use the code WALKER20 at manscaped.com. 20% off free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code WALKER20, WALKER20. All right, tomorrow night at the Jungle in Helena. Got a crosstown game between the Capital and Helena High boys. And to chat about that right now, here is the head coach of the Bengals. His name is Brandon Day. He joins us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, Coach, a nice overtime win for you guys. And the guy I wanted to start with is Dexter Tedesco, who hit the huge shot in OT to give you guys the separation you need to get the win. He's really been playing good ball as of late.
Yeah, he is. He's been doing a good job. He's been coming on nicely. And he's always been that guy that I've kind of hoped could be that end of game guy. So I was happy for him to be able to step up in that moment.
Everybody focuses on, and we always talk about guys like Hayden Ferguson and Logan Brown, but now you have that third element with Dexter, and I think it makes teams now start to have to really focus on the whole team and not just two guys to shut down.
Yeah, absolutely. And really, through the last few games, we've had a little bit of a mixture of guys scoring. We've had Dexter's come on nicely here in the last few games, and Caden Hewitt's had some games where he's had big nights. And, if we can just get some consistency between those guys, we really, I think we could do some good things.
Brandon Day joining us, the Helena High boys coach on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. We always talk about this time of the year, you want to play your good basketball, your best basketball, peaking at the right time. Do you think Helena High's getting to that point still with a couple of weeks before divisionals?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, one of our issues, consistency is obviously one of the big things, and that's something we continue to try and work on. We play great basketball against a team like Sentinel, and then we play, mediocre basketball against a team like Big Sky. But, I think that, like we were talking earlier, we're getting better at putting some points on the board. We're doing a pretty good job defensively and actually, going through with what, the coaches are asking. It's something we've had a tough time in the past. Their focus in game time, key situations hasn't been very good. But, I see those things coming along. I think that we are getting to that point, and I hope that it continues to progress as we get closer to the end here.
How's everybody physically at this point in the year?
Everybody's doing pretty well. Caden, he's been sitting out for about 3 weeks of practice. He's played in games, but he hasn't been practicing much because he had a foot injury from football that's kind of still been hanging around. So he's coming along nicely. Everybody else has kind of had a little bit of sickness run through here and there, but for the most part, everybody's doing pretty dang good.
So if a kid sits out in practice, does he get a hard time from his teammates? Because it's like, oh, you're just the guy that shows up for games.
Oh, absolutely, and it's it causes a little bit of drama, causes some chemistry stuff. But the boys are pretty understanding. I have a pretty good group of kids, and I understand that it's not their fault that they're injured. So. Right. It definitely causes some issues.
Oh, man, I didn't think it was going to be, serious. I was just joking around. But, man, there's some little jealousies on the high school. And this is a boys' team. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, it does. It's kind of, at the boys' level, there's more like that teasing, kind of, just little gentle jabs, here and there. He's glad to be out of that boot and playing.
I bet he is. Brandon Day joining us here, Jason Walker Show. All right, let's flip it over to Crosstown now because you guys get to host this time after losing by 13, last month. And I've talked to all the area coaches about this. Before we talk about the game, the fundraiser for Alex Barker, a Capital kid taking place at Helena High, and I just think that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I think that, and I've talked about this with other people about, I think, the Crosstown rivalry is a big deal, and we obviously will want to win, but we're still Helena, and we still support each other. And I appreciate what Guy does, and I hope he feels the same way. So, I'm happy to be part of the whole thing.
It's going to be a packed house Friday night at the Jungle, and what has to be different than the last game?
Well, last game we didn't close. I know that it's 13, but it was tied, I think, with 3.5 minutes left. So it has to be one of those things where, and this has kind of been that battle where, we compete with good teams, but we have to learn to close and to beat those teams. And that's the big thing, is taking care of the basketball, being efficient on offense and actually running through the offense that we have in mind. And, if we can learn to close, and I think that, good things will happen, but, that's on the guys. At some point, they have to be the ones who step up, and hopefully that happens here tomorrow night.
Neither team shot well from three in that first matchup. I think you guys were 3 of 15, and Capital was 5 of 19. Both teams have very good shooters, though, so those numbers could be an anomaly. And obviously for you want to hit some outside shots to give the Bruins something else to think about defensively.
Yeah, us having Hayden inside and having him as a threat is big, but defensively, it's easy for them to focus on something like that. So it'll be a big night for our outside game. Hopefully those guys can step up, and obviously Capital, that's their definite strength. So we're going to try and do what we can to keep those numbers down.
One thing too in that first game, 2 guys, it was Hayden and Dexter scoring for you guys, but Capital had 4 guys in double figures. They spread the ball around very well. How do you slow that down?
Well, and that is their strength. That's the thing, is they have kids that can score, and it's really about just not giving them second chances, not giving them easy looks, and then it's just trying to play them straight up as you can, because it's not like teams that where you can just focus on 1 or 2 guys. it has to be a team effort, and everybody defensively has to put in a team effort. So, that's what makes Capital so dang tough, and hopefully tomorrow night we can, defensively do what we need to do to get the win.
Give me somebody that might not be, flying under the radar that might have to step up tomorrow night.
Well, the big thing is we need to make sure we need to have some production off our bench. This will be the first game where, we start, 5 guys. We've kind of had some mixture, because like Caden, for example, hasn't started because of his injury. And, so this will be the first night where everybody's healthy and starting. So we're going to need some production from our bench. And, I'm hoping that Sam, maybe a Sam Norum, gets a couple inside. Maybe we have some, Austin Zeiler and Bergen. So we need some of those guys, not to have a big night, but to just come in and hit those open threes when they have opportunity.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the time, and good luck on Friday night and the rest of the season. We'll be talking down the road soon.
Thanks, sir. Have a good one yourself.
Helena High coach Brandon Day, crosstown tomorrow night at Helena High at the Jungle at 7 o'clock. Should be a good one. The girls will play on Saturday afternoon, also at Helena High. And tomorrow we'll talk with Katie Garson-Forba, the Capital girls coach. They have one loss, the Bruins do, on the year, one loss on the season. Also tomorrow, big show, Bobby Daly, Tricia Binford. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, I don't know about you, but I love to golf. And I'm not a great golfer, but I'm a huge golf fan. And I got to tell you about something coming up Sunday. You need to get to Green Meadow Country Club Sunday at between 1 and 4. They're having an open house. Now, if you're not a member yet, you need to stop by. Sometime between 1 and 4. There's going to be hors d'oeuvres, prizes, welcome reception, and a tour of the club. And here's why. Because you need to sign up. You can sign up as families. You can sign up individual, but you get the full benefit of Green Meadow Country Club if you're a member, and that includes golf, fitness, aquatics, which is swimming, the social activities like the Partners Crib Tournament coming up, cribbage on Saturday, private events as well. Stop by Sunday between 1 and 4 and let the staff fill you in on the benefits of being a member at Green Meadow Country Club. Let's just talk about golf for a second. You don't have to have a tee time most times. You don't have to worry about having to speed up or slow, it's not crowded is what I'm saying. You can be free to, whether you're a scratch golfer or a 34 handicap or anywhere in between. It's just a great environment and nobody pressures you at Green Meadow Country Club. I might pressure you to sign up so we can golf together. But stop by Sunday, the open house at Green Meadow Country Club between 1 and 4, and feel free to inquire about membership opportunities and specials either Sunday or any day of the week. Get a hold of the staff over there at Green Meadow Country Club. I'm telling you, it's worth your time. And mention you heard it on the Jason Walker Show, okay? All right, what do we got coming up still? Let me look at our little sheet that we like to call a rundown, and I guess it is time for On This Day in History. Brought to you by the Motherlode Sports Bar, Casino, and Restaurant. Go see Jan. Have a great meal, okay? And have some fun at the Motherlode. 1958, on this date, American jockey. It was just his birthday the other day. Eddie Acaros rode his 4,000th winner, 1958. 1971, Mr. Hockey Gordie Howe would score a goal, add 3 assists, including his 1,800th career NHL point in a Red Wings win. It was his 1,670th game. That's a lot of points in, 1974 then, Gordie Howe would come out of retirement for $1 million in the WHA to play for the Houston Aeros. 1977, got some Daytona 500, the 19th Daytona 500. Cale Yarborough would win his second Great American Race. Janet Guthrie, the first female NASCAR Cup Series driver, finished 12th. 1983, at the 25th Daytona 500, Cale Yarborough would win for the 3rd time. Flash up to 2005, in the 47th Daytona 500, Jeff Gordon got the win, his 3rd Daytona 500. Happy birthdays today. How about this? Bobby Unser, he's sticking with the NASCAR or race car theme. Bobby Unser, born on this date, 1934, in Colorado Springs, Colorado,
won the Indy 500 in 1968, 1975, and 1981. There's a big difference, Bette Midler, between the Indianapolis 500 and the Daytona 500. Just so Bette Midler is aware of that, if you read social media over the weekend. 1937, Roger Penske, the famous race car owner, was born. 1963, happy birthday, Charles Barkley. And 1966, happy birthday, supermodel Cindy Crawford. DeKalb, Illinois, was born on this date, 1966. How about that? Cindy Crawford. She's 54, doesn't look a day over 40. Seriously. So happy birthdays there. Man, what a fun show today. Great show. You can always go to jasonwalkershow.com for anything show-related. If you missed any of the interviews today, we'll have it up pretty much after the show, before 6 o'clock. But you can rewatch and listen to Harlem's Brad Sehos, who set a state record with 68 points on Saturday. You can listen to our interview with Robin Selvig, the debut of the house that Rob built tonight over at the Wilma. You can also listen to Brandon Day and get his thoughts on tomorrow's boys crosstown game between Helena High and Capital. Got a big show coming up tomorrow. I want to get to this so we can do that. Boom. Yeah.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
By the way, new segment sponsor each and every day. Not this segment. This is called The Walk-Off, which is brought to you by Cafe Zydeco. Stop by 625 Euclid for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And tonight, open till 7 p.m., Friday 11 to 8, Saturday 9 to 3. Stop by for lunch Saturday. You might run into the wife and I. You never know. And our baby. Well, is a baby now? She's 21 months, almost 22. Toddler, right? She'll be 2 in May. Anyway, stop by Cafe Zydeco. The best Cajun this side of Louisiana. We've been on this camera forever. Sorry. There we go. Hi. Thanks for listening, as always. By the way, some of my favorite times are interviewing people, and today was a great time. Got Brandon Day, Robin Selvig's such a class act. But I had so much fun talking with Brad Sehos of the Harlem Wildcats. 68 points, 12 threes last week to set the all-time all-class state scoring record for a single game. He's a senior. He's a state champ in cross-country last year. He's also, from all accounts, a heck of a golfer. Made the Nationals high school rodeo finals for bull riding as well. I got the bull riding tattoo right there. I can't find the camera angle. Cameras are weird to me. It's radio with pictures, right? So anyway, thanks to Brad Sehos for joining us, and his family sent along some fantastic messages all day long. So great kid. Tomorrow, great show coming up. We will have Bobcat head coach Tricia Binford joining us from the Montana State women's basketball team, getting set for. They got a game at home tonight against Portland State. Bobcat men out in Portland. Bobby Daly will join us tomorrow in the Rutgers Furniture segment. We'll also talk to Katie Garson-Forba, the Capital girls coach, ahead of the big game crosstown on Saturday afternoon for the girls. Hope you had a great Thursday. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 4, The Jason Walker Show. Visit jasonwalkershow.com for everything you might have missed. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.